This is the QRD F5 Vortex. And today I'm going to show you why this has become my default Portmaster machine. I have found this to be a really excellent Portmaster machine that has replaced my previous one. And I wanted to share with you guys because I think that if you're looking for something that can really play Portmaster well, with one caveat, that this is going to be one that you'll find similar to me. So, anyways, remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode, along with the just now 2,000 Deadheads that have joined so far. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for joining this community. It's not just my community, it's our community. So let's keep growing it. Anyways, let's dive in and take a look at the Portmaster capabilities of the QRD Vortex F5. But first, I'm going to show you and point you to some guides where you can get this set up for yourself and get going. Let's go! Welcome to Deadfred After Dark. Do you like scary stories? Do you like UFO mysteries? Do you want to talk about what you saw outside? Have you seen Bigfoot? No, wait. That's not me. I'm a retro gamer. Hey, Deadheads. Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome to the channel for the first time, new Deadheads. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite way to play Portmaster on the QRD F5 Vortex. Okay, so if you don't know what Portmaster is, let's start there. So, Portmaster is your ultimate handheld Linux Portmaster for various Linux handheld devices with a great community and features. So, Android does not have something like this, but what is Portmaster? Basically, this is a community of developers who have come together to take old IP and sometimes current IP and port them to make them available to work with your Linux handhelds. This is amazing because some games that are available on the PC or Steam, for example, now are open to being available for your retro handheld, including a whole catalog of great games from the 90s and forward that have been ported. Now, this catalog grows over time, and you can kind of see here that there's some all ports, there's ready to run ports, and then there's the ports that you have to add yourself. So let's talk about that. First of all, this is not about piracy. This is not about IP that is just being freely shared. So you need to understand that a lot of people will download this, get it set up, and go, oh, my game's not working. Well, that's because you have to have legally required files. So what this does is convert those legally acquired files over to something that can be used by your Linux handheld. Now, this does include some ready-to-run ports, which were originally freeware, shareware, or maybe they have been put into the public domain, like, recently EA did with the Command and Conquer line. So it is one of those. But if the game needs the licensing, if it needs the IP, you have to go and purchase that legally, and then you have to put the required files in there. So that's what Portmaster is. There are guides that I'm going to link to on how to set this up for your device. That's not what this video is about. I'm going to point you in a direction to get that. Now, once you do get that set up, that is where the fun begins, right? Because now you're able to take some of these old, awesome classic games and play them on your handheld. Something like Duke Nukem Forever. So anyways, I'm going to hop into this video now that we've showed you what Portmaster is, and now that I've linked to where you can go and get it set up for your handheld. The other thing is for the F5 Vortex, I want to show you guys how to get it set up using Rocknix, even though it's not supported by Rocknix. So let's jump into that section now. Okay, so the first step is to go over to the Rocknix GitHub, where you're going to find all the versions of it. Now, let me be clear here. This is not supported by Rocknix at this time. Basically, the motherboard that is inside of the Vortex is essentially the PAL Kitty X55 motherboard. So you are able at this time to use the version that has been built specifically for the X55. And so if you scroll down here, you'll see right here, that there is a build that is being updated that has been built for the X55. You're going to want to download that version, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into the whole semantics of how to burn it or what software to use to do that. You'll unzip it, you'll burn it to a card like, any other installation. Go find a video about how to do custom firmware. But once you have that downloaded, you're then going to do one more step, which we're going to talk about next. Okay, so you need to come over, and I'll leave a link to the Discord. And thanks to Mick Asu, who is a wonderful community member in the Retro Handhelds Discord, we do have right here a DTB where he has essentially fixed the missing components that this particular handheld needs that the X55 didn't already have. And so you're going to download this, extract this zip file, and then you're going to replace the DTB from this file with the file that's on your card there. Now, again, I'm not doing a tutorial guide on how to burn these cards or how to do all this stuff. I just wanted to point you to the place for the ingredients. You'll have to find another place if you need the recipe for how to cook it. But once you've downloaded the Rocknix image for the X55 and you've burned it to a card, then you're going to come in and you're going to replace the DTB file with this one here, provided on the Discord, and then you're ready to pop it into your device, let it populate, and then you'll be ready to add your ROMs. So once you've done that, then the fun begins. So let's hop in and take a look at Portmaster on the Vortex. Okay, guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but I wanted to tell you something. I wanted to share something with you. This next week, March 17th, not only are we getting some big news in the world of gaming, stay tuned for that, Qualcomm, but AliExpress, our friends at AliExpress are having a huge anniversary sale. And I wanted to let you guys know about this anniversary sale, some codes I have, some awesome products that are out there. You guys have been watching the channel. You know that we like SD cards for our handhelds. We like the handhelds. There's plenty of handhelds out there. So I just wanted to stop and give you guys a little heads up to look for this anniversary sale happening March 17th, 2025. It's going to be some of the biggest celebratory sales they've had. AliExpress has been going for more than 10 years, guys. So make sure you hit the links on below. Share it with your friends. Let's save some money. Every time you purchase, it helps the channel grow. So thank you guys for this. Anyways, back to the video. And now this one might actually get me in trouble, but you know what? I wanted to show it because, yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's just... It's just freaking gorgeous, guys. Probably the best way to play through Super Mario 64 right now is through this Portmaster port. And again, this video is focusing on this beautiful 720p screen, the comfortableness of this handheld. QRD has, in my books, guys, it has a winner here. Yes, it should have had built-in Wi-Fi. Why they don't have that in here, I do not know. But taking that out, we do have Hall sticks. We have a nice shape and design. It's comfortable. It's RK3566. And although it does not have official Rocknix support, Rocknix does support the PAL Kitty X55. And PAL Kitty X55 is what's inside of here. The board is practically the same, guys. So it's running pretty much anything that anything that has been ported to the X55. Hopefully somebody on the Rocknix team will get one of these and there'll be an official port. QRD, send them one. Send one QRD. I'll give you their contact information. Send them a dev unit. Let's get this thing supported. So yeah, this is gorgeous. If you never played Super Mario 64, it's the first game to get a 10, and the mighty Famitsu, they didn't give 10s. This is the first one that got a 10, and here it is, upscaled, modern, looking beautiful in this port. That's right, Mario. Yippee! All right, let's continue on. All right, so let's go on to the next game. And this game is called GumChu Girl. And I really like this game right here. There's even a Game Boy port of this that I'll show you as well. But this has really nice mechanics. This is a 4:3 aspect ratio. So basically, you get 2 bubbles you can use, and you have to use these bubbles to do other things. And you pull the bubble back. So, for instance, if I want to get up this ridge, which I can't reach it, now I can reach it and I pull it back. So, this is to me a good mechanic game. And simple games that are challenging are always a lot of fun. Oh yeah, so I gotta blow him up. Boom. We'll throw that there. Ah. But you can kind of get the gist of it. I think I gotta go this way. Yep, to get that. Now, obviously I don't want to land on those spikes, so what do? I blow some bubble gum and make a bubble. Let me turn this down just a little bit. It's a little bit loud there. Oh. Get out of here. Get out of here, you mushroom. So as you can see, this just has really good mechanics. It's a really fun game here that I've really discovered and enjoyed. And again, my video here, and this reminds me of in Mario 3 where you had to leave the bombs. So I pick up a bomb, blow her up, and you can see you can have 3 hearts down here. Boom! So we need to get up there, so put our bubble, and there we go. Bring our bubble back. Oh, I need to go a little higher. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, so you can see up here, we gotta blow that up. Really, no! And it's a little challenging because I don't really want to. I wanted to throw that, but I didn't want to land on the thing. But this was, locked up, so we got that open. So yeah, as I show these games and talk about this on Portmaster, I want to just again check out our full early impressions of this handheld. Again, this is pretty much the H55, which is pretty much a clone of the X55, and this is coming to us from QRD, manufacturer of controllers and now game handhelds and other items. And this has just, again, been my Portmaster. Now, previously, the Retroid Pocket Mini was my Portmaster after I put Rocknix on it, but I prefer Android on something that more powerful. So, a Linux handheld with a 3566, to me, is currently a very good solution for Portmaster. Some things it may not quite run, but all the fun stuff, I think it runs the fun stuff. So, got a couple more games to show you before we conclude this. but I hope you guys were able to, go to the websites I pointed you to get Rocknix set up on this, to get Portmaster set up, and to download some of your games that you've purchased, and get the files needed to play this on here. Now I wanted to show you that somebody has made a demake of that game and a Game Boy version. This is GumGirl Game Boy Edition. And I actually think I might like this actually a little better. But you can see the same concept. She has two bubbles starting out here. Oops. And if I'm late to the party and you guys are like, Deadfred, where you been, man? We've been playing these games. Well, let me know in the comments. But I hope some of you guys see something you haven't seen before. I mean, after all, I love reviewing these handhelds and all these e-waste and stuff for you guys. But at the end of the day, it's the games, man, and we gotta remember that. So I'm gonna try to do more videos of this sort, kind of featuring some games that I like, and let me know in the feedback if you like this sort of content. But yeah, this is I mean, it's fun and it looks fantastic. My bubble gum back. Oops. Now I don't know if this actually came out as a Game Boy file somewhere. Y'all leave me a comment if you know. I haven't really researched it to look for it, but that would be interesting. Let's see, let's go get this one over here. Oh, crud, look at that. There's some spikes right there. I think we're gonna have to go this other way. Deadfred, what are you doing, man? There we go. Now we gotta watch out for that thing popping us. Oh, it popped my bubble. So yeah. So got a couple more to show you before we close out this video. This one's called Matilda Castilla, if I said it right. And this one is a lot like Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, or Super Ghouls and Ghosts, whatever you want to call it. That's the one thing I will say about Portmaster. There sure are a lot of challenging games. Don Ramiro, Quesada, Don Diego, and Mendoza. I don't know if I can skip through this. So what I like about this game is that it has some pretty fluid graphics. Look at that. And it has sort of that music that we're used to from Ghouls and Ghosts. This is definitely an homage. I think Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, Super Ghosts and Goblins, that's probably one of the most challenging games in the history of games. Most frustrating games for sure. I know I wasted a lot of quarters in the late 80s, early 90s on that game. Oh my. So, you have to forgive Deadfred's poor tactics and skills here while playing and trying to record. It's a big snake. Oh my. So, again, I don't want to lose focus on that this is a comfortable, guys, it's just so comfortable to hold. These are Hall sticks, they feel nice. It's got the sticks in the right spot for Portmaster games, I think. If it had the D-pad up top, I don't know. I think overall, and you can use D-pad on this. So, you know, a D-pad game, but I feel more comfortable, and especially with the Owl game that we just saw. Now, this guy's, you kind of got to trick him. Oh, man. So, you can have two different weapons up here, or a shield and a weapon. And just, again, beautiful graphics. And you know, what I love about Portmaster and about these games, independent games, they just have a lot of love in them. You can tell somebody that really loved the original series took a lot of time to redo this, even from the noise there when he hits with the shield. And this is another really fun game. But let's continue on. Let me show you some more Portmaster games that I've been playing and I think you would enjoy. This one's called Everpatch. And after playing Gumgirl, this guy moves fast. But basically, he's got to collect, and you'll see a theme. I think my favorite types of games are these sort of throwback, simple platformers. Yeah, it's great to bust out some Half-Life or Grand Theft Auto on here. Some of the more popular titles, but, you know, it's just so amazing, some of these games that are on here. And this is a big, beautiful 720p screen. Big 5.5-inch 720p screen that, again, just makes this my preferred platform, no pun intended, as I finish the level, platform for Portmaster. I know a lot of you may not have yet gotten into Portmaster. I know it took me a while after joining the community here and getting back into retro gaming. It was a minute, but I have gotten into it. The Portmaster community is very vibrant. Thanks to all the Portmaster developers. Go check out their Discord and join them and give them mad props and thanks. As I pop myself, mad props and thanks for all the hard work they put into this. And again, guys, for those games that are still being sold, that are still expected to be paid for, please acquire the necessary components. If you find yourself playing on this and you're like, Deadfred, half these games don't work, part of it could be that you're missing the required data files to show that you legally own the game. So keep that in mind. And again, this is not a Portmaster tutorial. There's plenty of those out there. Just wanted to share with you guys how great I think this is a handheld for a really great Portmaster experience. This is another one that I really enjoy. Another one of those independent ones that I think are really fun. This looks a lot like the Bubblegum game. So I don't know if there's an engine out there where people make games based off the engine. Leave me a comment if you know. But yeah, this game's fun. And again, like I've been saying as we go through these games, Portmaster is a blessing. And currently, this is not available on Android. And if you're wondering, well, why doesn't everybody just want, Android? Android's better. Well, yes, Android's better for things like N64 emulation, and of course, PS3 is coming along. So, yes, there can be a lot of advantages to Android. But native Pico 8 and Portmaster on Linux, now you're cooking, man. So yeah, hopefully you'll get to check out some of these games, and I hope these developers will continue developing these games because they're a lot of fun. Boom. Okay, so as we conclude this video, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of these games that I've discovered, and there are many, many more games. So please leave me a comment on what your favorite game is that you've discovered so the community can all help each other find these great little gems. Again, there's a mix of IP that has previously been popular on the PC, older games from the 90s. There's so many games, indie games, all kinds of games to do it, which means I think it's valuable to take the time and set up something to be your default Portmaster handheld. So we'll take you out with another Metroid remake, which is one of my favorite games, and it's amazing that I can play this on this 720p screen, which looks beautiful. Anyways, guys, remember to hug your loved ones and love your hugged ones, because tomorrow is never promised. We'll see you next time, Deadheads. Deadfred out.